talking about MLP G3.
Something that this channel surely is familiar with. I looked at another MLP G3 movie for my reviews with The Runaway Rainbow.
And I reviewed the Game Boy Advance game based on said Runaway Rainbow, as well as the live show The World's Biggest Tea Party.
And I talked about the unholy abomination known as newborn cuties. Thank you very much. Chris, just get out of here while you still can. We don't need 3 a-holes looking at MLP G3.
Bye, Chris! So, this particular movie was kind of a big deal for the franchise's history, right?
Correct. The year was 2009, and Hasbro wanted to revamp their My Little Pony brand, specifically because of the success of the Bayformer movies. Hasbro higher-up Lisa Licht heard Lauren Faust's pitch for Galaxy Girls and thought she was a perfect fit to spearhead the new pony show. And as Faust mentioned in a 2012 BronyCon panel, she was sent this movie to watch to get ideas for Friendship is Magic. Yes, think of this as like the missing link between G3 and G4, as well as some unintentional foreshadowing for Friendship is Magic's Season 3 finale, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. This is MLP G3, The Princess Promenade.
We're introduced to the G3 Breezies through an opening song.
Ah yes, if you had any gripes about the G4 Breezies like I did, then they somehow found a way to make them even more annoying.
And in the grand scheme of voice actors in G3 who would later go on to be in G4, the yellow Breezy, Zipsy, is played by Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy herself, Andrea Libman.
Hey everybody, it's time to go to Ponyville for Wisteria's Garden Club meeting. It's the biggest meeting of the season. We're gonna hear all the plans for the spring promenade. Who's ready? Oh, I am!
Meanwhile, we see the G3 Ponyville ponies preparing for this big promenade coming up, all of them being led by this pony named Wisteria, played by, Tabitha St. Germain. Well, at least she got to voice act for Best Pony in the next generation.
Oh no, Zipsy, no! Your allergies! I know, but I just love the smell of
Hope you're ready to see this because it's sadly a running gag throughout the course of this movie. I mean, you think someone with a flower allergy wouldn't be going around smelling flowers.
Or be in charge of the flower portion of this coming promenade. Or for that matter, live inside of a flower.
But this is MLP G3. They don't think about stuff like that. After another song that sounds like a lullaby, the actual story gets going as Wisteria finds this weed in the middle of her garden. As she tries to remove it with the help of Pinkie Pie, who, yes, is voiced by Sarah from Ed, Edd n Eddy here, they end up falling underground, Zipsy following right behind them.
She is so brave. I miss her already. Tralala, should I follow her? No, Tiddlywink, I insist. I'll follow her. It's all settled then. We'll stay here!
Friendship is magic! My Little Pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. As the trio follow a disgusting smell in this underground cavern, they come across the Diamond Dogs.
No, they don't.
A fanboy can dream, Kenny.
No, they actually come across this flower lodged in what looks like a giant pile of crap. Yeah, take it away, Jeff Goldblum.
That is one big pile of shit.
It turns out that buried under that pile of whatever that's actually supposed to be is G3 Spike. Foppish British accent and everything.
Yeah, for anyone who remembers this iteration of the character, this was actually his first appearance, long before he showed up in stuff like Runaway Rainbow or World's Biggest Tea Party. If anything, I guess we should give them credit for explaining where a character came from in this series. Still though, this version of Spike doesn't have the childish, carefree personality that makes the G4 Spike likable, or the interesting former bad guy, now turned good guy role that the G1 Spike did.
All this Spike does is use his foppish British accent to nag Wisteria around and reference other fairy tales in another running gag in this movie.
Then you must be waiting for me to kiss you. No, wait, that's the girl in the forest with the 7 little guys.
Well, at least the writers were ahead of their time with the Spike and Pinkie Pie shipping.
Also, he's voiced by Brian Drummond. Yeah, let that sink in. Vegeta was in My Little Pony.
So Spike has this flower and says that the first pony to touch it now owns it. Since Wisteria touched it first, she now owns it. As our ponies remember the parade they're supposed to be working on, Spike shows them a way out of the cave. Because of course he knows a way out. I mean, he was only sleeping for 1,000 years, and it's not like landscape changes over time or anything. Nope. Once they go through the castle, which they just happen to have in Ponyville for some reason, I mean, even Twilight didn't have a castle until the season 4 finale.
Uh-oh, here comes everyone. Quick, we've got to hide Spike until we can clean him up.
Oh yeah, nothing conspicuous here, nothing suspicious at all. Since Spike reeks like hell, they take him to this pony with glasses to help clean him up, and of course this leads into another song number.
At least the actress voicing this pony did several voices throughout Friendship is Magic, plus it's nice to see a pony with glasses. Clearly, I approve. Spike finally opens up about why he was awoken, and says that not only does the pony who touched the flower get the flower, but becomes the princess of all this land.
And yes, this is why people make a connection between this and Magical Mystery Cure. And hey, no matter what side of things you were on, whether it was the diehard apologists for the Season 3 finale, or were a part of the Thanks M.A. Larson bandwagon, they at least expanded upon it in the show as it went on. Here, they do exactly what you'd expect them to do in MLP G3.
Though as far as G3 goes, they actually have a little bit of conflict going on here. Wisteria just wants to live her normal everyday life, but Spike starts nagging her and the Breezies around, telling her what a princess should and shouldn't do. And her friends feel conflicted since they now feel like they have to do every little thing she wishes, even though she's still just the same pony. And the ponies also feel like they now have to make the parade 120% perfect in honor of their new princess.
Still not funny. Balancing 3 books on your head is part of Princess Protocol? Twilight never had to do that. And it's weird because I guarantee you Twilight would probably love doing that.
When you're royalty, you must learn to be full of grace in all you do.
Okay, you know what? Nothing against Brian Drummond's voice, but skip.
Your cake float seems to have ruined my rainbow float. Be a darling and move it.
I would, darling, but when you bumped me, the top of my cake fell into the middle of your rainbow.
Ooh, my money's on G3 Rainbow Dash.
My money's on the one that sounds like Trixie.
Minty, the princess liked the green half better. Let's make it your float. No, she loved the pink side. It's your float. Green. Pink!
Only in MLP G3 could they have characters arguing with one another and still put those static smiles on their faces. Wisteria notices the parade float's falling apart, and she decides to go against Spike's perfectionist attitude and fix the parade herself, giving her enough confidence to go back to Spike and tell him to put a sock in it and that she's resigning as princess.
Spike! Oh, come on, please wake up. Oh, dear, what's the matter with you?
Me? What's the matter with you? Everyone wants to be a princess, even me.
Hey, not only did they predict Magical Mystery Cure, but they also predicted Princess Spike from Season 5. But Wisteria compromises, saying that she'll be princess, but she'll also be herself, meaning the movie is almost over. Cue big speech at the promenade.
And song sequence saying every pony now gets to be a princess, including Spike. Aha! I knew there was some kind of hidden communist agenda at play here. Chris, get out of here. The movie's stupid enough. We don't need you for this.
We're glad that everyone's a princess.
That's you and you.
Oh god, what was that animation? Ugh, they look like bobbleheads. Final thoughts, Pony Fanboy, what do you think?
Just watch Friendship is Magic instead.
Right, while it does offer more than the usual G3 affair, the characters are still one-dimensional, the music sounds like it's trying to put you to sleep, the animation gets lazy at points, and it's simply banking off of the kids will watch anything principle, having little respect for the audience's intelligence.
Next time on Pony Fanboy Reviews, we'll be looking at the pilot for Friendship is Magic. Until then, I'm the Pony Fanboy. I fanboy over ponies, and you just listen.
And I'm the Media Wiz. One art form wasn't enough, and we're done here.